Hefty's the name, shiny hunting's my game. Gotta catch 'em all, nothing's ever the same. With my trusty football, I'm always on the spree. No shiny can escape, they all come to me. Shiny after shiny, it's never enough. I'm on a quest, and it can get rough. From Pallet Town to Johto and beyond, I'm the shiny hunter, the bond is strong. I've got 'em all, every shiny you can name. Kanto region, Johto region, I've conquered the game. Hefty is the king, the one who never quits. Caught him twice, now that's the real deal. No tricks. I conquered the game. Hefty's the king, the one who never quits. Caught him twice, now that's the real deal. No tricks.
What is going on? What is up? Welcome on in, Shinies. Thank you so much uh for the raid. Thank you very much. Let's see who we got to thank here. Shiny Cornholio, what's going on? Razzie live with about a billion jewels. Thank you so much. Kiro, what's up? Nice. McRoss, hello. Jess, happy birthday to you. Dorian, what's going on? Clocky, it could be worse rate. I like that. That's pretty accurate. Gina, what's up? Hyra, we are starting right now. DJ Buttersaps, whoa, this isn't where I parked my car. Dude, I love Euro Trip. What is going on, everybody? Wolf Intune, what's up, Matthew? Anne Marie, hello. Looking clean. I shaved about 3 minutes ago. All right. So, thanks to Clocky and Shinies, but mostly Clocky, I feel very, very motivated to get this last hone edge that I need. So that's what we're going to be doing to start with. Hopefully we'll get this pretty quickly. So we'll just let this run for a little bit while we say hello to everybody. And oh my gosh, Kiro coming in here with a $20 dono. Okay, so... so as far as what shiny I need, I'll take a hone edge or I'll take a dew blade because I need one for Aegislash. But Kiro, thank you so much. I learned my lesson last weekend. I'm not going to be eating 10 beans, but I will eat 4 beans. I will eat 4 beans. Yeah, Clocky, I did. I knew you were going to ask that, but yes, I did. All right, first one. Good one to start with. We got a blue one. This is either toothpaste or berry. So either way, I don't have to worry about brushing my teeth. Toothpaste. Nice. That sub count just went up 2253. If you subbed this morning or today, whatever time it is for you, please let me know so I can say thank you. Okay, that's one. That's a good one to start with. Next one is it's a terrible one. I believe this is dead fish or strawberry banana, but it could be barf or peach. Gina, I'm joking. Good lord. It's dead fish. That is, in fact, dead fish. I'm starting to get desensitized to the dead fish. Also, Gina, don't even start with me. I'm still mad at you from yesterday. I did sub since you're new all around. Just meeting y'all and enjoying my time with everyone recently. Well, nice, McRoss. What a very accurate... Oh, God. What a very accurate username. You do seem Irish. But thank you so much for being here. Oh, God. Hold on. I need to drink some coffee. Okay. Fine. No, we're gonna do 2 more beans. 2 more beans. All right, this one is either wet dog or banana. Banana. That's banana. All right, Kiro. You're doing good. You're doing good. Banana's not bad. Take it. Okay. Final bean. Oh, good. This is a great one. It's either pear or booger. I swear to God, Kira, this is booger. It's booger. Oh, what is wrong with kids? What is wrong with kids that eat their boogers? How can someone like this? DJ Buttersnaps, that's what I want to know. I don't know how they managed to do it. But I don't want to know how they managed to do it. Look, what shiny am I hunting? I'm hoping to get either a Honedge or a Doublade. I want to start the stream out with that. In fact, we'll go ahead and check that now. Oh, let's see if we got one yet. Riolu has a 20% alpha rate. You recently learned that. How? And then there's a smile. Matthew, did you get it? Dang it. Alright. So no shiny yet. You did not. Well, 20% though, that's pretty good. That's, pretty good. Alright, you know what I'm gonna do, Clocky? I know I did it, but I'm getting paranoid now. I'm going to do it again. Shiny Hunt Beldum? I already have Beldum. Alright, there's that one, there's that one, there's that one. So now I'm going to fast travel back. Because I've been streaming for 6 minutes and I haven't gotten a shiny yet, so I feel like I'm doing something wrong. Whoops. Any fish we eat is technically dead before cooking. Yeah, I think really what they should call it is like rotting fish. Old rotting fish. Yeah, Hyra, we'll be doing some giveaways soon. I do have, I think maybe 10 Shalfas to give away, and then a couple of other random shinies, including a Chikorita. Got another Shalfa Aegislash and Furfrou this morning, but the new one was Shalfa Flareon. That's awesome. Oh, for anyone that's been keeping track, I got a message last night, late last night, from Mr. ChemNation himself. And I'll show you the picture that he sent me. This is the picture that he sent me last night. That is the bum. Actually, on my monitor, that does not look shiny. That is the bum of a shiny Jolteon. Which means the gentleman's bet between him and I is now tied 2-2. Whoever gets the Glaceon wins. I did get a couple more shinies yesterday as well. I got a Sandile finally. I did get that Bergmite that I was looking for to evolve into Avalugg. That took a while. No, it's not. No, it's not what? What did we... It's just a gentleman's bet, so just whoever wins gets bragging rights. You want to see what Shiny Glaceon looks like? I do too, because per the rules of the bet, I'm not even allowed to like evolve a regular Shiny Eevee into Glaceon. I have to get it from Zone 20. Mine or Kerchief and you and your cat, you just sat down for a post Thanksgiving shiny hunt for Glaceon. I'm hoping to. I'm hoping to. I got some other hunts I want to get done first, and I still haven't reset up the alphas in Zone 20. I feel, just knowing me, I don't feel like doing that until after I get my Charmanders and Tepigs, which we will be going back to on today's stream. We did get one shiny Tepig tomorrow. We will be going back to that, but I've overloaded the fire spawns. And I'm really nervous about trying to reset up the alphas in the center of Zone 20 until I'm done with the overloading, because I'm afraid they're going to affect each other. And I'm sure someone's going to say, no, they won't affect each other if you do it right. The key term there is do it right, and we're talking about me. So I know me well enough to know that I don't want to take the chance. But yeah, Glaceon is one of the last, I think, 17. Last 17 I need from Zone 20. And we are now at, I think, 206. So I have 198 shinies. Separately, I have 100 Shalfas. But for just like shinies in general, there are 206 huntable Pokemon that I've gotten shiny in some aspect, way, shape, or form. So I got 21 left. That's not true. It's 20 left because I forgot about the Tepig. But I did get a Sandile yesterday. That was pretty cool. Amber with the 35 months of membership had cereal. Good job, Amber. Let's get some hype in the chat for Miss Dice Art Universe. Sunday Vaporeon and Glaceon from Zone 20. Vaporeon was actually the first evolution I got in Zone 20. I feel like there was something else I got yesterday, but now I can't remember what it was. I went crazy long looking for a Larvitar. Like, for several hours last night, bench resetting by the monkeys, nothing. Overnight bench resetting by the monkeys, nothing. And then set up a reset hunt with the 3 Larvitar in Zone 15, and I've been doing that for the last 3 hours, nothing. It's crazy, because I don't have any Pupitar yet, and I need to get that. You need all the Zone 20 evolutions, you'll get them, Amory. Alright, let's check again. Shiny Charm is a sham. Oh my goodness. Well, I've just been very unlucky with certain Pokemon. Hey, there we go. There it is. There is a shiny Doublade. Let's go ahead and catch that. You burnt your pancakes and you have no syrup? What the heck? Why are you like that? There we go. We got the Doublade. Now, if you haven't been here, two shinies. No, for some reason this game, I don't know if it's a glitch or what, but when a shiny shows up, it'll do like a double bling. If you guys haven't been here before, the way we do this is when I get a shiny, if you can guess the nature correctly, you get to nickname it. So, for example, when we got the shiny Tepig yesterday, Slowpoke guessed the nature is calm, and so he got to nickname my Tepig Turkey Leg. So let's get some nature guesses in the chat. Gina says hasty. You guys give me some nature guesses while I set up the Tepig and Charmander hunt. Modest, calm, adamant. I don't know why I just flew there. Impish. Calm, timid. Sassy. Let's KO this. I don't know why I KO'd that. I just don't like Roserade. Alright, once we get this set up, we'll check the Doublade, and then we'll evolve it into Aegislash. So yeah, keep that in mind too. I'm going to be evolving it into Aegislash, if that affects your nicknames. If you go into the sewers of the lab at night, does the time still move in the game? No, it's like time is forgotten. Dang it. Hold on. Jolly, relax. Oh my gosh, Hyra, you're making so many guesses. Time is forgotten. Yeah, it's just time stands still. So you don't have to worry about whether it's day or night when you go into the lab or the sewer. You know what's funny, Clocky, is that I was all excited hearing you explain how to do the hunt in the lab correctly, because that meant that I could go from 1 check per teleporter reset to 3 checks. And I still ended up getting the shiny Doublade. Shiny Dratini yesterday, congratulations. 10 shiny Furfrou. That is insane, Amory. I still only have 1 Shalfa Furfrou and 2 shiny Furfrou. I need to get a whole bunch more. But that's so funny. That's so funny that, like, I've been trying to get that last one for a while now. You finally explained it to me in terms I can understand. and it ends up just making the Doublade shine anyway. Completed the Pokedex today. Good job. Congratulations. So what I'm doing right now is some very important part of this this hunt is I need the leftmost spawns on the screen to be the Tepig and the Charmander. If they are not, I reset the game and I keep running this over and over until I get that. There are 4 spawns. One of the spawn will be Tepig, one will be Charmander, one will be Lucario, one will be Hippowdon. And there's no duplication. So the nice thing is there's a 1 in 6 chance of getting it correct, because I don't care if the top one or the bottom one is Charmander. I just need both of them to be on the left. What was the nature? We haven't checked yet. We're going to check it as soon as I finish setting up this hunt. We did get a shiny Tepig yesterday named Turkey Leg. Merlin sleeping in the clean clothes from the dryer. Oh man, now you're going to have to wash them again. Is Merlin a very hairy cat? What's going on, Big Cheese? You working today? For those of you in the United States that celebrate it, how was everyone's Thanksgiving? I'm glad to hear that 44% of you are doing good. That's a big boy. Dang it. We got the Tepig, we didn't get the Charmander. In the cooler now. Like you're in trouble? Like you're being punished? Chaos. He sheds, but even if you watch them again, they touch airing it for him anyway. That's true. That is a true point. Cat hair is like sand from the beach. Like, I'll go visit my parents at Christmas, and I'll come home, and even though I wash my clothes and everything, for the next, like, 3 months, I'll still have cat hair on everything. Trying hunting for Froakie all day. Yesterday, got 3 Ampharos, still no frog. Oh my gosh. Chino, that is terrible. Are you doing the fast travel to Zone 5 method? Smoked turkey leftovers for days. That's awesome. Matthew, I got send you pictures of my turkey. I was very happy with it. You ate too much. Is that such a thing? If you're leading Alpha Diggersby into the gate in Zone 20, make sure it doesn't use dig when you cross the gate. Oh no, what happens? Oh, is that when the glitch happens where it spawns outside of the wild zone? There we go. We got it. See, I got the Tepig there and the Charmander there. That's what we were looking for. So now I'm just going to run over here. You're going to exit this gate. Exactly. Okay, I was wondering how to... Because that's happened to me, but I wasn't sure how it happened. That makes sense now. All right. So, while we're here... let's... go ahead and check on the thinger. Okay. All right, so here's the Dewbait. I gotta scroll back up. It's been a while. Let's see what everyone said for the natures. Okay, here we go. The nature is relaxed. Hyra, you got it. On your 8th guess, you guessed relaxed. So Hyra, you get to nickname this this Doublade, which will become an Aegislash. Keep that in mind. This will be an Aegislash. So let me know what the nickname is. Guess 1 takes 7, exactly. I mean, to be fair, he's the only one that put relaxed. So, by default, winning. What does my cup say? It says... You do not, or it says, do not underestimate my power, Luke Skywalker. Sword and Shield. That is wild. That is exactly enough characters. Let's do it. There's the ampersand. It's actually a really good name. All right, now let's evolve this baby. Duskstone. And then let's update the counter. Oh my gosh. The next shiny we get is going to be number 200. Beautiful Pokemon, it really is. Failed to Wonder Pick that Growlithe art card in pocket again. There's 2 in the Wonder Pick still failed. I am so sorry, Amory. You deserve the Growlithe. Sierra Hotel Indian Echo Lima Delta. Exactly. You know your phonetic alphabet very well, Razzie. He attack, but more importantly, he takes an entire minute to stance change, right? It's crazy. Shiny Alpha Mamoswine while watching. What? In Legends Arceus? That's awesome, Just a Muffin Kid. You're in the cooler in the store. Oh my goodness. Well, I hope you brought a jacket. Yeah, so here's the giveaways we'll do in a little bit. So we got Shalfa Fletchling, Flaffy, Ampharos, Klefki, Gourgeist, Go-Goat, Camerupt, Talonflame, Barbaracle, Avalugg, and then we have these non-alphas, including a Chikorita. So we'll do some giveaways on that here in a little bit. What's up, Runzimus? Good to see you. And a hat and gloves. So you stay warm there, buddy. Alright, let's save. You want the Ralts? Well, maybe you'll get lucky enough to get it. Alright, so now what I'm doing... Ooh, there's an Alpha to start with. Alpha Charmander to start with. So now what I'm doing here, if you guys weren't here yesterday or you haven't seen anybody else do this, I'll show you here in just a second. So, in the distance here, there's a Charmander there, and there's a Tepig there. I'm just running up and down, despawning them, respawning them, waiting for them to shine. They might switch sides, but they'll always be back there. And already this Powdon is getting on my nerves. You spam fly zone 2 for your static Alpha Staryu Magikarp. There's a static Alpha Trubbish within range of the city. Oh, is that where that is? Nice. I didn't realize that you could affect it with the flies. That's pretty cool. I did manage to get it using, I think there's another bench nearby. I didn't realize that you could just spam fast travel too. Having worse luck with the monkey bench area, finally turned all around. You got Shalfas of Larvitar, Pansage, and Pamportine, another Larvitar and Panseer. So that's what happened, Razzie. You stole all my luck. I don't know if you heard me earlier, but I spent several hours last night and all of overnight trying to get that Larvitar to shine, and it would not. And then this morning, before stream, I spent the last 3 hours resetting the 3 Larvitar spawn, or 2 or 3 Larvitar spawns in Zone 15 with no luck. But congratulations, that's awesome. I'm just super jealous. I don't mean to take away from your accomplishment. I don't mean to steal your thunder and make it about me. It's just naturally how I react to messages. So trying to get the Super Monkeys, you'll get them, Amory. You'll get them. 3 shiny Larvitar, my goodness. Also, I still haven't done the Shalfa Swirlix. I need to get 2 Shalfa Swirlix. And I need to get 1 more regular shiny Spritzy. But I haven't focused too much on those because I'm out of Sachets and Whipped Dreams. And I really don't want to do more Infinite ZA Royale battles. New playstyle or world display? I'm fine with the playstyle. It took a while to get used to, but once I got used to it, I felt that the controls were pretty, what's the term? um, intuitive. You have a few extra. Razzie, you know what? I would actually appreciate that. I hate to be a mooch, but I would appreciate that a lot. I gotta go. My pop back sounds good. Big cheese. Don't freeze. Stay alive in the cooler. Preferred Spritzy hunting ground? I don't really know. The first shiny Spritzy I got was just random. I don't know if there is a good hunting ground for a non-alpha Spritzy. I'd be interested to hear. And I don't mean like, oh, just fast travel to the coffee truck. I mean, yeah, I can do that. But I mean, I don't know if there's like an area that has like multiple Spritzies. Does it feel like Sword and Shield mixed with Legends? I don't think it has too much in common with Sword and Shield as far as the gameplay goes. I feel like, I mean, I can definitely feel the Legends Arceus influence on this. But I actually like the controls in this more than in Arceus. That's just my personal opinion. You did 50 Zay Royales and you have your allotted from your other files. You're good. Do that for me, you and Carly. You're very nice, Razzie. You're a very sweet person. I don't care what Anne-Marie says about you, Razzie. I think you're very sweet. PLA controls drove you nuts, but you're not a big PLA fan. I thought that PLA was a good game to play through. For me personally, it didn't have that much replayability factor. And again, I say personally, it's just my opinion. I'm not arguing there isn't replayability for people, but for me personally, there wasn't too much. And a lot of that, I'm sure, had to do with the fact that there weren't any Premier Balls in it. But Gina just donoed $1.99, so I got to eat another bean. I do feel like this one has more replayability, maybe solely for the fact that it does have Premier Balls. That's a toothpaste one. I'm not eating that one, Gina. Okay. We got another one, Gina. It's either banana or wet dog. What's up, easy peasy? For a player from Gen 1 to now, is it actually worth purchasing points to the game lore? That's a good, let me eat this bean and then I'm gonna answer that rebel trick because I think that's a good question. Wet dog. Um. No. So is it worth purchase and points to the game lore? I personally am not a game lore fan. I am an unabashed, unashamed A spammer. Excuse me while I eat this bean. So I don't care too much about the story and lore. I know that there's several people that like the story of X and Y that really appreciate the story in this game because it really acts as almost an epilogue to the XY story with Team Flare and Lysandra and AZ and all that. So lore wise, from what I've heard, people seem to like it. Um, is it worth the purchase? It's ultimately up to you. I thought it was a fun playthrough, very different from most Pokemon games, but I enjoyed playing through it. The shiny hunting, and full disclosure, is not my favorite. I'm not a huge fan of the shiny hunting in this game. But it's there, and I say I'm not a huge fan of the shiny hunting in this game, but I still have like over 900 hours in this game, mostly because I leave it running overnight and when I'm at work, AFK hunting for shinies, which kind of goes towards one of the reasons why I'm not a huge fan of shiny hunting. But it's really up to you. The best advice I can give you is maybe look around on YouTube, look for a couple of not review videos. I don't want you to watch review videos because the majority of review videos are going to be negative, and they're going to be negative on purpose because negativity leads to clicks. Look for live streamers that live streamed their playthroughs and check out a couple of those. Maybe watch 10, 15, 20 minutes of a couple different playthroughs in different sections of the game and just watch the game and see if it looks like it's something that you would like to check out. That's the best advice I can give you. What's up, Silver Fox? Amory, you totally have to finish playing X and Y. Come on now. So that'd be my recommendation. But look, it's subjective. You know, some people think that Legends Arceus was the best game ever made. Some people hate Legends Arceus. Some people thought that Sword and Shield are the most complete Pokemon games ever made. Some people think that any Pokemon game after Black and White is terrible. So it's all up to you. And thank you for the 18 months of membership, Silver Fox. Let's get some hype in the chat. Sub to you, love the info. Hey, you're very welcome, Rebel Chick. I try and keep it as like real here as I can. And I do see that sub count went up. Thank you very much. I got no skin in the game. I'm not here to try and sell you on a Pokemon game. I'm not here to tell you to not play a Pokemon game. All I can give you is the advice I can give on how to figure out if you should play it. Because I mean, let's just let's not mince words here. This was not a very well-reviewed Pokemon game. And while I believe that there were some reviews that were purposefully review bombing it for things like the Nintendo Power World lawsuit, and that there are people that were huge fans of Digimon, and there's a new Digimon game, and so they're trying to tone down the excitement on this. There are certainly a lot of people that have legitimate concerns about this game, and they did not like it. But, any video game is going to be subjective, right? I mean, I know someone that I appreciate a lot that yesterday told me that she couldn't get over the graphics in Pokemon Moon, when that's like my favorite generation ever. So, some people have, good opinions. Some people have ridiculous opinions. But everyone can have their opinion. I mean, go into like any chat room or Reddit thread or live stream and ask somebody like, what's your favorite Pokemon game? And you will get so many different answers. That's one of the beautiful things about Pokemon is, for as almost played out as the formula is, there has been so much variations on the format that, there's something for everybody. And Razzie, that's actually a really, really nice thing for you to say. I don't think I didn't see that. I appreciate you. There wasn't much story going on by the second and third gym. Probably not, Amory. It's been a few years since I played X and Y. If I remember correctly, the story doesn't really start kicking in until around like the 4th or 5th gym. Maybe even like the 5th or 6th. It's pretty similar to a lot of Pokemon games where they'll sprinkle in nuggets of a storyline during the first few gyms. It's more about getting you acclimated to what you're doing, and then by the time you reach like the halfway point, they'll start following up on those nuggets, and then usually like before the final gym, that's when the story like really explodes. Sir put his hands up like blocky as heck. Gina, please. Imagine Gina playing like a Game Boy Advance game. See the very funny message at work. What was it, Shinies? Is it something that you can share? Or is this like when Dwight and Angela went out to dinner, and Angela's like, I heard a very funny joke today, and Dwight's like, oh, that's good, that's funny, and she's like, yes, it was, and they move on with their conversation. Create a playlist on Spotify for a team to collaborate on one playlist. Nice. Gen 3 is your favorite? Then you have no say in making fun of the graphics. Angela Brooke, I meant move on with the conversation. The conversation, not the relationship. You're right about that. Coliseum's your favorite game of all time? That was a good game. Got a message from your boss that said, great idea, but why is the only song on there Tarzan Boy? That's the only song you need. Oh my gosh, Shinies, you had me cracking up the other day with Tarzan Boy and the Pigeon on Chem's stream. Because as soon as you said it, I could hear the song in my head while I watched that pigeon just walk around. Anne-Marie, you're not a fan of Spotify? Are you more of a Pandora person? Or are you one of those iHeartRadio people? Spotify has a new mix feature on their playlist where it actually adjusts the BPM of songs coming up to perfectly blend them into one another. Oh, that's pretty neat. Oh gosh, yeah, the picture that Jerry took, the screenshot that Jerry took, it looked like the pigeon was pooping in Cam's hand. That was great. Apple Music. Oh, fair. That's fair. I got nothing against Apple Music. I feel like it used to be a bigger thing. I feel like Apple Music was kind of like one of the pioneers of streaming radio, and there's just been so much competition that's formed over the years that it doesn't have as large of a foothold, but it's still definitely good. Amber, thank you for the like goal, and thank you all for the likes. My goodness gracious. I really thought about that Jerry Kim phone thing all week. Good. So many good memories playing Coliseum. Being your favorite game is biased. Well, I mean that's. See, I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that, Gina. I think having a favorite game is completely subjective, and it should be. It absolutely should be based off of like having so many good memories, right? What's up, Sir Shicker? Because you're not saying that Pokemon Coliseum was the best created or fully formed or anything game. You're saying it's your favorite game. It would be silly if I was like, oh, my favorite game is Black and White. I had a terrible time playing it. From what I remember. I don't remember much about it, but it was my favorite game, even though I didn't really enjoy it. So, no. Don't apologize for having favorites. So much AI and everything these days, you hate it? Yeah. Love and Moon, you really am? I'm glad you are. I hope you enjoy Ultra Sun even more. I actually think you did a very smart thing getting Moon and Ultra Sun, because there are certain hunts that you cannot do in Ultra Sun, but you can do in Moon. So I think you made a smart decision, personally. Yeah, everyone has their favorites. Guy did the pod racing scene using only his voice? No, I have not seen that. It's a masterpiece. Sounds funny. Razzie, someone told me a joke today. I do the giveaway soon. I'll tell you what, we will do the giveaway after this day is over. After this day ends, we'll reset the game and we'll do a few giveaways, yes. What is the weather? Forest fire? It feels like it, right? It's fog, but it certainly feels like, it certainly feels like Canada set its trees on fire and the smoke's coming down to New York and Pennsylvania. That's funny. It was. Gina Bina, do you have any status moves? Like to put Pokemon to sleep, or paralyze them, or poison them, or burn them? Preferably sleep or paralyze. If the Pokemon has a status move, it will not call in anything. Yeah, listen to Dorian. He's very smart when it comes to SOS. Remember when the East Coast was red for a few days? Razzie, have I ever shown you the picture? I'm sorry, guys. I know I keep pausing, but this is like the coolest picture I ever took. During that time, I got home one evening and took a picture outside my house. Where is it? I need to favorite this picture. I had so many shiny Pokemon pictures. Here it is. No filters or anything. No filters. That was what the sky looked like when I got home that evening. It was wild. But yeah, I mean, Anne Marie, Razzie, you remember those days? It is oddly beautiful. It was tough to breathe, but it was beautiful. It's so eerie driving home with that. Awful for breathing, but seeing's kind of cool. Oh yeah, yeah. The picture is definitely better than living it. Really hot, and you couldn't have the AC on or the windows open. Yeah, true. Let's do one more check, and then we'll reset the game, and then we'll do a couple of Shalfa giveaways. No shiny there. Do we really need to breathe? Oh yeah, wait, we do. Yeah. How about that? Isn't that crazy, Macross? All right, fire up your game, connect to the internet, make sure you have Nintendo Switch online. We will be doing a couple of quick giveaways. I need the storage space. You need the Shalfas. Let's do it. The code is going to be 5170 5170. Jump on in. Everyone has so much money in this game, but you. I literally have not bought anything in weeks, Razzie. I bought like 500 or 600 Premier Balls, and then I bought like 500 or 600 Premier Balls. I bought 30 Tyrant fossils, and then I did my last 5 Infinite ZA Royales. Keep spending your money on drip. All right, Anne Marie, anything in this box? What would you like? Top 2 rows are Shalpas, bottom 2 rows are just regular shinies. You're broke because you keep buying up all the clothes? Just do what I do. Just wear the same clothes that are given to you. Cleffa, you got it. Beautiful little Cleffa. You could never. Luxury is expensive, it's true. All right, we'll do a couple more giveaways. Make sure you give me garbage. Don't give me anything good. No, Amber, I actually have that hidden away for you. Yes, I do play favorites. Amber got dibs on the Scrafty, and Slowpoke got dibs on the Slowbro. You gave me ice cream. Thank you. It's always nice to get ice cream. All right, 5170, 5170, come on in and join. That sub count just went up again to 2255. That was you. Please let me know so I can say thank you. All right, we got Razix. Who is Razix? What favorite flavor of ice cream? I am a fan of either a classic vanilla bean ice cream, not vanilla, but vanilla bean. Hey, there's Razix. Have you been lurking? Cherry Garcia is good. I also like chocolate chip cookie dough. But there's few flavors I won't eat. Camera up, you got it, buddy. Great shiny. Alpha Chespin. I have an Alpha Chespin. I don't have a Shalpha Chespin. Shuckalicious, you're up to 218. Nice. Good job, bud. I'm hoping to catch up to you soon. I'm at 206. Chocolate Therapy? That sounds good. Yeah, so I have 199 shinies. Separately, I have 100 Shalphas. Combined, I have 206 out of the 227 shinies somehow. Can you have that Chespin planned for when Mega comes out? Mega is out. Mega is out, by the way. I did get my Chesnaught Megastone yesterday. Need shiny rolls? Well, get on in here, Hirna. Get on in. Is it male or female? I believe it's male. We'll check it here in a second. 5170, 5170. Brownie Sundae sounds delicious. You're very welcome, Rezix. Can you have that Chespin? I'll tell you what. I'm in a good mood today. It's Black Friday. Everyone's having sales. If you can get in here, you can have my Alpha Chespin. All right, McRoss. McRoss, what would you like? Anything is ready to go other than the Malamar or Vanillite, obviously. Let me just check. The Ralts is a male. Want a code or no? I am actively trading right now, Looney Guy. So just get on in here. Thank you for the snow run. Username's Ryan T. All right, if I see a Ryan T, I will send it over to you. Now, yesterday I did, I think it took me 3 battles, and I did my classic team of Alpha Dragonite, Alpha Gyarados, and Feraligatr. But I mostly just used Alpha Gyarados. Hyra, the guard, is the male, Gardevoir can be male or female. Gallade can only be male. The code is 5170, 5170. You can see it right here. 5170, 5170. What does the 517 mean? That is the scroll number. That is my scroll number from the fraternity that I joined in college. Amba, I know what you want. So I was the 517th person to join the fraternity that I was in. And yeah, Heftical makes me feel uncomfortable. Or maybe it's a compliment. I don't know. That feels like it would be a weird compliment. Like more like something you would just say to somebody that has elephantitis. She just cheered so loud. I know, I could hear her from here. Alright, I know Hyra still needs to get in, and a Looney Guy still needs to get in. So come on, let's jump on in here. My goodness. Yeah, Heftical is wild. Heftaniel is your favorite name, I know this. Heftaniel is pretty crazy. Heftulus. What did I Heftalump? Recent Arrow first fossils already over at 3,000. You already hate the lab. Ugh, I'm at 1,200 for Tyrant. I need to work on that. I keep meaning to keep meaning to get back on that hunt. Then I'm like, or I could just hunt for this thing that's not going to take as long. But I need to do it. Hefticus. All right, who we got? Who we got coming in? We got Shiny Catcher. Who be Shiny Catcher? What's up, Slowpoke? Slowpoke, you got your game handy? I still got that Slowbro waiting for you. All right, Hyra, let's get you the Ralts. Here you go. Thank you for the Pikachu. All you got left is Fossils and Gibbleline, and Gibble absolutely hates you. I feel you. Yeah, I still need the whole Gibbleline. I mean, I have a shelf of Garchomp, but I need Gibble and Gabite, and then I will need a regular shiny Garchomp as well. All right, a Looney guy and Slowpoke need to get in here. Would it be possible to request a shiny? What do you mean, Razzie? Like, you want dibs on something I'm going to catch, or are you saying you want me to save something for you that I have? You file with the other Razzie, and let me get a shot of Eevee. Oh yeah, no worries, no worries. We can totally do that. Okay. Yeah, no worries. Yeah, I'll do an OT Razzie and just go ahead and grab you a shelf of Eevee and send it over. What's up, Max? Who are you? I'm Hefty. Who are you? All right, Ryan T. All right, I'm going to be giving you my Alpha Chespin, which actually used to be on my team. So, or Chesnaught. So, no, I'm giving you Chespin. I'm giving you Alpha Chespin. Here you go. Thank you for the Alpha Froakie. All right, Slowpoke, you ready? Oblivious ability, so it's really putting in work. That's a good ability. Love new profile, pay for a separate Nintendo Online, beat the game, get Shiny Charm, get Shelf of Title for you. No worries. You know, I've actually been debating, and I know Razzie's already done this. I've been debating buying this game again digitally on my Switch. I'm not sure if I'm going to do it, but I've been debating it. All right, Slowpoke, 5170, 5170. Rico, I know that's you. All right, let's get you Shelf of Slowbro. Why is that? For a couple things. I am kind of curious to play the game with a different starter. And then also I like the idea of being able to AFK something while actively hunting something. I like to be able to, because like, this is how sad it is. I'll be like hunting something. I'll be actively hunting something, like while watching TV or something, and I'll be thinking, man, I wish I could be AFKing that bench right now. Like while I am shiny hunting for one thing, I'm thinking I wish I could get some checks in on this other hunt right now. Because I'm stupid and crazy. Thank you for the fletchling. All right, let's get back to the shiny hunting. We put in a special box. Is that like the special bus? Because if it's got my OT on it, that's probably accurate. Can't go back switch when shiny hunting this game. Use it for yeah, Fossil is a perfect example. That's actually really smart, Razzie. That's probably what I would do. Is I would just keep it running like almost nonstop as a fossil hunting machine. I tell you though, these recent games have ruined me with shiny hunting. From Arceus to Scarlet and Violet to ZA, these games have ruined me for shiny hunting. Here's what I mean by that. Last week, while I was AFKing on this game, I was like, you know what? While I'm doing this, I should pull out Shield and get back on some of my Masuda hunts. And so, while I was doing an AFK hunt in this game on my Switch 2, I fired up Shield on the Switch, and I hatched and collected like I don't know, maybe 30 eggs. And I was like, yeah, I'm bored with this. And then I was like, I remember back when I first started my channel, the majority of my streams were nothing but me Masuda hunting for 3 hours straight. Why are you sad, Max? Wang Chun or have fun, which one I would choose? I would probably choose fun. Have I ever hatched shiny? Oh yeah, I've hatched many shinies. Like probably more than 6 shinies I have hatched. But I couldn't even do a full box of Masuda hunting and Shield without being like, I'm bored. He's lying, I haven't hatched any. Oh my gosh. Come on now, shinies. Don't be saying nonsense like that. Like, I think I've never even seen an egg. I don't even know what an egg looks like. I think it's some sort of box. I think I have 4. I have 4 Masuda hunts left to do in Sword and Shield. 4. That's it. And I can't even be bothered to do them. You trust shinies? Oh my gosh. That hurts. 90 fossils over and over. Check every 25-ish minutes. You're near 5% odds. It feels like it's been forever. Right? You only did the Masuda method once for a shiny Grimmsnarl. Took you like 600 eggs. Never touched an egg since. And you know what's crazy? 600 ain't too bad. It is over odds if you have if you had the charm, but not too far over odds. But I know that feeling. And what's up, Nick? How you doing? Can I do one more? What? Trade? Can I do one more trade? I'll tell you what, Max, I apologize if you asked to do a trade earlier and I missed it. I can, but you gotta wait for this day to end. Because I've already checked for a quarter of the day. So if I save now, I'm perpetually going to have a quarter less time each day reset to check. If you can stick around till the next day, absolutely. Oh, you never had the shiny charm? Then yeah, you were even under odds by a little bit. Dylan, what's going on? Good to see you. It has begun. What's begun, Gina? Rowlet's the goat. I love Rowlet. Bye. Has anybody ever done a playthrough of a Pokemon game with one starter, but later on it turned out that one of the other starters was your favorite? That's happened to me a few times. My first starter in Gen 3 was Mudkip, but Torchic's actually my favorite starter. In Gen 7, my first starter was Litten, but Rowlet's actually my favorite starter. How many trials are there? Well, it depends on the... You mean like overall? I think overall there's... Like between the Totem trials and the Kahuna trials, I think there's 14? Someone fact check me on that. What's up, Jerry? Bread making day, nice. Gotta go. Good luck with trying. Thank you so much, Hires. Thanks for being here. It's been nice to see you the last few streams. Yeah, I want to say maybe 14. I think there's 4 Z crystals you just get throughout the game. You hear the shiny sound, but you got no clue where it is in your game? You'll find it. As you and Crystal, your first playthrough was Chikorita, but after a few playthroughs, your favorite was ultimately Totodile. Oh yeah, that's another one. My first playthrough was Cyndaquil, but Totodile is now my favorite Gen 2 starter. That's kind of a fun game in itself, you know, trying to find the mystery shiny. Yeah, no, Max, I will trade you. I will trade you, but you have to wait until this day ends. Okay, if you can be patient for like another 9 minutes, yeah, I'll trade you a shiny. I can't trade once I start the hunt because this is a reset hunt, and I can only do it during the daytime. So when I reset, I want to have as much daytime as possible. Just stick around for 9 more minutes, and I'll give you a shiny Pokemon. Chose Rally for this playthrough. You chose Litten for Ultra Sun. Nice. Yeah, they're all good shinies. I don't think I've ever used... No, I'm sure I've used Poplio. I think I've used Poplio the least. Because I've done like probably 7 or 8 playthroughs of Gen 7. I think I use Poplio the least. The majority of the time I choose Rowlet, not just because it's my favorite, but also having a fully evolved starter that's both Ghost type and can learn False Swipe is very helpful with shiny hunting. You want to know one of the easiest SOS hunts ever? It's actually Riolu on Pony Island. Go in there with a Ghost-type Pokemon that has False Swipe. All of Riolu's moves are either Normal type or Fighting type. It literally can't touch you. And I know what you're thinking. Well, it's got Final Gambit. Final Gambit will KO itself. Yes, if it hits. But since it's a fighting move and you're using a Ghost type, it will not hit. Therefore, it will not KO itself. All right, my internet bill just got automatically paid. Oh, it was a little shiny Flabébé. What color? I feel like I get like almost exclusively shiny red Flabébé, even if there's other colors around. I'm convinced that red Flabébés have a higher chance of being shiny than the other colors, and nobody can make me think otherwise. Any strat for Shell for Riolu? I can give you my strat, which is also the strat that Matthew Snyder's using. He's actively hunting for it. I haven't done it yet, but you go to the Riolu that's... Is it here? Where's the Riolu? Isn't it over here somewhere? I'm pretty sure it spawns right here. Go there, KO it, count down 5 minutes, save the game, and just reset it. And that's mostly because it only spawns in... I think it only spawns in Intense Sun. So during the day, so not only are you not getting checks during the night, you're only getting checks like a third of the time in the day. Yeah, hopefully the DLC will have a better spawn for it. But I know that's how Matthew Snyder's actively hunting for it. Apparently it's got a 20% alpha chance though, which I didn't realize. That's pretty good. You prefer water stars, but you're challenging yourself and not using them for these games, and you refuse to have a male Poplio? Yeah, and you definitely don't want to reset for a female Poplio, because that's like 2.5 minutes per reset. That could take like half an hour. And that wasn't sarcastic. A lot of these out-of-zone special mons seem to have that 20%, which is nice. Yeah, I don't want to say there doesn't seem to be any rhyme or reason. I'm sure there is, but I'm trying to figure out what the criteria are. And here's what I mean by it. So, the Pokemon that spawn in the city that are not in a wild area can be alpha, because you'd have no other way to get an alpha. The Pokemon that spawn in a wild zone will not be alpha-able in the city, but not always. Some of them will be alpha-able. And there's other ones that only appear in the city, but will never be alpha-able but there is a static alpha spawn. So it's like there's 4 different categories. So like Larvitar, for example, Larvitar is in a wild zone. It's in wild zone 15. But the Larvitar around the city can be alpha, and I believe have a better chance of being alpha. And I don't know if it's just because it's a pseudo-legendary. Alright, what do you guys think? What's going to shine first, Tepig or Charmander? I have one of each, so I don't really have a preference for which one I get next. But I need 2 of each, so which one's going to shine first? Lizard. Mander. Alright, we got 2 Charmanders back to back. I'd totally be fine with that. I haven't even checked the alphas in the center yet. I'm assuming I'm close enough that if one of them was shiny, it would like make the noise. Goodra. I still need Goodra alpha or Shalfa. Just a couple more minutes. Max, are you still here? So let me know if you're still here and available to do a trade. Maybe they're shy. Could be. Too shy. Hush hush, eye to eye. I was in my 20s when I realized that the singer of the Never-Ending Story song, Lamal, was the lead singer of Kajagoogoo, and it blew my freaking mind. It reminded me of when I was in my teens and I found out that Steve Perry was the lead singer of Journey. And I had always known them separately. Or Peter Cetera in Chicago. Alright, let's check real quick. No shiny. We're going to reset. All right, Max, are you here? Final chance, Max. Final chance. Let me know if you're here so we can do this trade. Chicago mentioned Chicago. We're going to go ahead and open up some packs, too. I got some more of the 1 year anniversary packs too, so we'll check them out. We will open those first. That was Pokemon Go. All right, Pokemon TCGP. Let's see what we get here. Okay, Max. All right, Max, are you ready? Are you ready right now? Unfortunately, you call Chicago home for now. I know someone that lives outside of Chicago, and I think I know someone that lives inside of Chicago. Max, you ready right now? You know a lot of people that live outside of Chicago? I would say probably the majority of the world, actually, right? And someone asked Max if he's live. I don't know if maybe he's a couple minutes behind, and that's why I'm not getting any response. In the meantime, let's open up some packs. Usami said yes, but he said yes late. So I don't know if he's live. He might be a couple minutes behind. Okay, here we go. I can't believe it's not butter. Bro, most things are not butter. That's true. Bless me. Okay, here we go. Let's open up a few packs while we wait for Max. All right, this is what is this? This is the Mew packs. I forget what this is called. Let's get a gold card. We got Salandit, Galvantula, Ponyta, Eevee, Graveler, nothing. Oh, and we got another pack. Okay, Max, if you can hear me right now, type the number 7 in chat. Larvesta, Morlul, Pikachu, Mythical Slab, Magmar. Okay, good. You're live, Max. Okay. All right. We're going to switch back real quick so we can get this trade done with Max. All right, here we go. All right, Max, the code is 5170 5170. As you can see right, well, not there because I reset the game. 5170 5170. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. People's champion. I try my best. All right, Wasim, Max. Oh, what? Oh, why did you quit? Why did you quit? Did you have an error? We'll try it again. Okay. Here you go. Let me know what shiny you want. We got Fletchinder, Flaffy, Ampharos, Gourgeist, Gogoat, Talonflame, Barbaracle, Avalugg, Tynamo, Chikorita, Abra, Kangaskhan, and Audino. The top 2 rows are Shalfas, the bottom 2 rows are just shinies. So just let me know which one you want. I don't hear in. Okay, Gogoat, you got it. Here we go. Gogoat is heading on over to you. And thank you for the Pidgey. Enjoy the Go-Go. Let's get back to the card openings. Trade was canceled. What's going on here, buddy? TMD stream 1 later. All right, enjoy the go-go. Let's get back to the card openings. All right, we got 2 Solgaleo packs to open. We need immersives. We need gold cards. You're very welcome, Max. All right, we got Wimpod, Rare Candy, Mudbray, Salazzle, Klefki. Gumshoes, Fomantis, Salandit, Alolan Sandslash, and Cloyster. What would my rescue team be called? It's a good question. When I typically play, my team is called Team Hefty, and my character's name is Hefty. I'm very, very egocentric. All right, here we go. 2 Lunala packs. He probably just named it after himself. Exactly. All right, Cosmog, Arcanine. Why did I say Arcane? Alolan Grimer, Mimikyu, Necrozma. Can I get anything? Come on now. The one good card I got was the one pack I opened off stream. I got that Darkrai, that 2-star Darkrai. Pyukumuku, Brionne, Timber, Alolan Rattata, and Lycanroc. I'm no better. You chose the recommended names. Nothing wrong with that. All right, what's this one? This is 2 Arceus packs. What was that pack called? I can't remember. Tempest Fate? Barboach, Hoot Hoot, Full Art Magnemite, Snorunt, and Mothim. Starly, Bronzor, Fiona, Glaceon EX. Disappointing. Now let's do our regular Mega Gyarados packs and see if... Oh, wait, I got one more Mega Pidgey promo pack. Let's see what card we get in here. We get Luxray. Okay. Now let's open up our Mega Gyarados pack, see if we can get that shiny Poliwhirl. We're going to open up 2 packs. Well, we'll open up 3 packs. All right, let's give it a spin. Let's get some shiny luck in the chat. Team Swirl, an OG Red Rescue Team, and Team Rainbowlick. Rainbowlick sounds like a disease. Pachirisu, Avalugg, Timpole, Shroomish, and Pidgeot. We're a great rescue. I'm sure you are. I'm sure you're a great rescue team. Pidgey, Arrokuda, Darmanitan, Heatmore, Honchkrow. Had to deal with Rainbowlick last year. Had to amputate. Oh no. Oh, Clocky, I'm so sorry to hear that. All right, we got one more pack to open, but I got to get a thingamabobber first. I gotta get an hourglass. We're having fun. We're having a good time here. Symbolic, but with rainbows. I like it. I'm just giving you grief because I'm still mad at you, Gina. We're still fighting after yesterday. All right, last pack luck. I muted myself. Sorry about that. Uh, yeah, Gina told me I wasn't allowed to enjoy the gravy that I wanted to enjoy. She was gatekeeping gravy. All right, let's get back to the hunt. Sounds like Gina. It sure does. That was a wild one. I crashed on Gina. Yeah, I certainly crashed out. I've never been so animated and livid in my life. I was unhinged. I said, I bought this jar of turkey gravy. I'm looking forward to having it. And then Gina spent the next 20 minutes yelling at me for not making my own gravy. Yelling. How is the turkey sandwich? Delicious. Absolutely delicious. I'll show you guys a picture. What the heck? I mean, we're barely shiny hunting today anyway. So here was the turkey before I put it in the oven after a 24-hour dry brine, and then I put a rub on it with rosemary. Here's what it looked like when it came out. It looked delicious. And then here was the sandwiches that I made with some stuffing, and the stuffing had turkey gravy in it. And they were delicious. I'm having more of it today. And then I also had pumpkin pie with whipped cream, and that was also delicious. Whoops, wrong button. Well done, thank you. Razzie, I'm not even making a joke here. I was actually thinking about it when it happened, but I swear to God, it's not a joke. I didn't even finish the second sandwich. It was so much food, I ended up having to throw most of it away. Well, it wasn't most. It was like maybe a third. A third of the second sandwich I threw away. Is that Crunchwrap Supreme? I would love a Crunchwrap Supreme right now. You threw away my sandwich? Shefty back at it again. Shefty is just such a brilliant name, Gina. Oh my gosh, those are perfect emotes to use, Razzie. How are you so brilliant? Was that John that said it? That makes more sense. That makes more sense than Gina saying it. Thank you for the lurk, Shiny Cornholio. Appreciate you. Never related to Ross Moore, right? I think today I am going to put some of the stuffing on the sandwich. All right, I want some sandwich recommendations here. All right, help me out. So, the turkey is the turkey, right? The turkey is going to be probably in the middle of the sandwich. I'm going to have three other ingredients for the sandwich: lettuce, tomato, stuffing. So, I got lettuce, tomato, stuffing, and turkey. What order should those go in on the sandwich? Thank you. Get them in the cart. That's why the Wi-Fi was so bad. Oh, no worries, Max. I'm glad I was able to get you that go-go. I hope you two have lots of good adventures together. So lettuce, tomato, stuffing, turkey. What order? Turkey is the turkey. Yes. 27 times lettuce on the bottom. No, that's too much lettuce. So like yesterday, what I did was lettuce on top, followed by tomato, followed by turkey. Because the tomato was the juiciest part, so I wanted that away from the bread. Turkey stuffing, cranberry sauce instead of panini, holiday panini from Starbucks. That sounds pretty good. Bottom of top, turkey, lettuce, tomato stuffing. That makes sense. I can get behind that, Jerry. That makes sense. Yeah, I think the stuffing should go by the bread. Welcome back, Hirna. You're gonna beat the game with that go-goat? Nice. That's what I like to hear. Salt and pepper. Oh, I should salt and pepper the tomato slices. Good call, Razzie. I didn't do that yesterday. I should. It's something I don't really think about because I'm sure I've told this story before, but I don't know if I've told it before in live stream. When I was a kid, and I would visit my grandma every summer for like a month. I just stay at her house. Did you miss a shiny? No. So the only shiny we've gotten so far was the Doublade that evolved into Age Slash. I would stay at my grandma's house for like a month in the summer, and like if I was like I'm hungry, I want a snack, she would give me tomato slices, fresh tomato slices, with salt, like salted tomato slices, and I thought they were disgusting. I hated them. So like I would stop asking for snacks. I found out years later, because because of that, like I did not like tomatoes. I found out years later, like I'm talking like end of high school, I actually did like tomatoes. I didn't like the 4 pounds of salt she put on them. And I remember telling this to my dad one day, and he just starts laughing. He's like, "Oh yeah, your grandma oversalted everything." So, because of that PTSD, I typically don't salt or pepper my tomato slices, but I should. I should just do it appropriately. Stuffing tomato, turkey, lettuce, I could see that too. That's not bad. So we got like dry, wet, dry, semi-wet. Please play the sandwich making music in Scarlet Violet. I should totally make a short out of that. I should make a sandwich with the sandwich making music in the background. Luna threw up, so you had to get that, but you heard 27 times lettuce mentioned. Why did Luna throw up? Yeah, Slowpoke wanted me to put 27 times lettuce on my sandwich. I'm not going to do that. Was anybody in Shiny's stream earlier? Did anyone see when he did the silly thing where he put his arm in his shirt and pumped his arm up and down for like 45 seconds straight? Whilst the game continued to play via macro. You and Kim are the same grandma? No, I think it was... Honestly, Gina, I think it has to do with the generation. I think they were used to, like, starving, so they salted everything. Shinies are there for it. Shinies, I'm telling you, you need to make a short out of that. That was hilarious. Just no audio. No audio. No talking. No talking, no introduction, just a 30-second short of you pumping your arm up and down while the macro controller is doing the hunt. And you just staring at the camera, like smiling. He is a whole silly. Just no explanation, no description, just that. Imagine just coming across that when you're scrolling through shorts. Probably ate something you shouldn't have eaten, but did anyway. Probably. Cats are dumb. Ghost Penyo, what's going on? You're here for all the leftovers. I sent you leftovers. They should be arriving in 6 to 8 days. To save on shipping, though, I shipped the leftovers to you in a manila envelope. Hopefully the stuffing and the cranberry sauce makes it okay. We should consider the shaking lady in bed might have been doing that for a donor like Nick. That's true. What days do I stream? Typically I stream on Saturdays and Sundays because in the United States yesterday was a holiday. I had yesterday and today off of work, so I'm streaming yesterday and today. But typically, I stream the same time Saturdays and Sundays. So we will be streaming tomorrow and Sunday. You got the chart, the first shot you got with Shoppa Froakie. I'm jealous. I still don't have any Shoppa starters. Maybe they'll change today. I'm going to shiny hunt fossils today. Not today, but we might do some more fossil hunts this weekend. 4 streams were blessed. This truly is the sacred timeline. I swear to God, if I saw the Chinese made a short of just him pumping his arm up and down while the macro controller hunted, and he's just smiling at the camera the entire time, I would put that on for 2 hours straight. I love Shiny's sense of humor so much, and I find him to be one of the funniest people I've ever actually had the pleasure of having a conversation with. So you know it's special when I say that was probably one of the funniest things I've ever seen him do. And I can't even explain why. Edit E Gaming, what's going on? Good to see ya. He's my bestie. He is. Well, I'm his bestie. I'm his bestie. He's my very good friend. No clue what to hunt for. Do you have any suggestions? How about this? Speaking of shinies, he does this, and I actually really think it's a smart thing to do. Why don't you give me a list of 5 to choose from? Because I don't know what you have. I don't know what you've done. I don't know what you don't want to do. Give me a list of 5 to hunt from, and then I'll pick one for you. I collect Pokemon cards. I've never really collected them. I've bought ETBs and stuff like that on occasion. I actually decided to stop doing that because I know that eventually my obsessive compulsive collector personality will take over, and I'll end up like losing the house to the bank because I'll spend all my money on Pokemon cards. But I still do collect and still have like the McDonald's sets, the Halloween booster bundle cards, the trick or treat cards. But no, I like looking at the cards. I think the artwork's really awesome. I like seeing my friends get cards, and I appreciate them. But no, I don't buy them just because I collect enough stuff. I don't need to start something else. One of my favorite Pokemon, is this guy right here. Also right here, it's Poliwhirl. Greninja Secret Illustration Rare Twilight Masquerade. Nice. I gotta pee real quick. I will be back in a minute. While I'm gone, Gina's in charge. Okay, I'm back. Gina wasn't even here to be in charge, my goodness. Okay, Larvitar, Litwick, Skarmory, Drampa, and Onyx. Ooh, okay. Good choices. I'll tell you what. It might be the easiest of those 5, but I am also currently off stream looking for a Larvitar. So why don't you go for Larvitar? I need to get 2 more Larvitar. One for Pupitar and one for Tyranitar. Shalfa, I just need 1 more for Pupitar. But I've been having trouble last night and this morning getting one. So I say go for that one. Just check the middle for shinies. I do need to check, see if anything's spawned here. Again, I think it would make the noise this close, but I don't know that for certain. Wish you had a Switch 2. Switch 2 is good for this game for loading time. Other than that, I don't think it really makes a difference. Said hi to Kem, but you're with me today? Oh, nice. Yeah, Kem is streaming now, huh? Yeah, I mean, there will definitely be a lot of time to enjoy Kem. I'm glad to hear he's streaming again. I know he's been sick the last couple days. Poor fella. What is he hunting for today? Is he doing Area 20 resets? Or checks, I mean? Dankapout. Cygnus follows him? Oh yeah, absolutely. What am I gonna do with all my freedom today? Dude, I don't even know. Probably eat sandwiches and take a nap. He's doing Aerodactyl. Oh yeah, it's Friday. Duh. I can't even keep track of what day it is. %, you're saying that you're doing good. That's good to hear. I didn't really have an idea for the poll today, so it's probably the worst one. Because of sickness, the hat that he doesn't wash. Cause of sickness, the hat he doesn't wash. Yeah, or the wig. Doesn't wash either. Oh yeah, I wonder if... I sent Kim a package. I wonder if it's arrived yet. Can't wash that wig, it would fall apart. That's true. Just search. Okay. Jerry's doing OT day between Chem and Hefty moderations. Yeah, that's true. That is true. Is Matthew over there? Well, I mean, there's going to be some overlap with Chem, but I certainly won't be streaming the whole time that Chem's streaming. Asked Chem for his personal address the other day. He said he trusted you, but he edited the message so it looks like I trust you, I think. Oh my gosh. What am I, Gina? Chop liver? There's Matthew. So it looks like the Gudra and the Vaporeon are set. It's the third spawn that changes every time. Every reset, that third spawn will change. So we're only checking one shiny on the center section. How did I do this yesterday where that spawn would be different each time? How long since the last shiny? Probably an hour and 20 minutes, hour and 15 minutes, however long it was that we got the Doublade. You really want me to change my hair? What's wrong with my hair? John, I think I need 16. I need 16. I believe I need 16 center of Zone 20 Alpha shinies. Phalanx, Gudra, Glaceon, Gengar. The other ones. Kangaskhan. Heracross. Absol. I don't know. It's hard to remember 67 Pokemon. You know what I mean? Dina, what's wrong with my hair? What are you laughing about, Jerry? That was my locked-in face. Yeah, I was trying to think. That's my thinking face. Can I take my hat off for 1 second? Why? It's giving watermelon. You don't like my watermelon hair. No, I'm not going to take my hat off. I'm in desperate need of a haircut, and I haven't had one. So I'm embarrassed. I'm going to cut it this weekend, though. Plus, I got hat hair. You love the suit, though? Yeah, this is the suit that they give you during the gameplay that just stayed. I think it was supposed to change back, and it never did. I'm not wearing a hat. That's right. This is my hair. I have very unique hair. This is just hair on top of my head. Should we be concerned? Probably. Fine, Gina. Fine. We will, after this day is over, we will go change my hair to whatever you want it to be. I've gotten lots of compliments on the hair, but since you don't like it, that means we have to change it. Natural green hair. It's not natural. It's fungus. Which Shalpas don't I have in Zone 20? So I think it was either. I think there's 16 left. Who complimented your hair? Everyone other than you. So the 16 I have left are Absol, Glaceon, Crocodile, Phalanx, Gengar, Gudra, James, good to see you. What would the other 10 be? Heracross, Kangaskhan. That's 8. Genuinely don't know. Oh, Dragalge. Dragalge's 9. Armory is 10. Electros is 11. Starmie is 12. Dedenne is 13. Raichu is 14. Maybe it's just 14. Oh, Roserade. I think Roserade. No, I do have a shell for Roserade. So maybe it's just 14. What's up, Airy? How you doing? The way you like to hunt is a rubber band holding down, then you spamming A with a timer for 3 minutes. That's a good way. Harry, how are you? So yeah, maybe I'm just down to 14 left. I have Delibird. Or Delibird. Back home doing well, rested a whole bunch. I'm glad you're back home safe, and I'm glad you got a whole bunch of rest. You've been missed. I think everybody pronounces it Delibird, myself included, but I'm pretty sure it should be pronounced Delibird. Like you deliver presents. Those presents were delivered by Delibird. But that just is gross. A bird of deli meat. I'm so hungry now. I woke up hungry this morning. It was such a weird feeling because I ate so much yesterday, but I ate at like 3:30. So like I ate a ton of food yesterday, but it was so early that I was starving when I woke up. Chem Nation with the poop. Chem's supposed to be streaming. He's in here pooping. Look at that. That's how he manages to go 5 hours every day without using the bathroom. He just poops in other streams. Yeah, it makes sense. Like, I mean, it's one of those things like difference between knowledge and wisdom, right? Like, it makes sense that it should be pronounced Delibird, but I don't like that pronunciation at all. And every 5 minutes check the spawns? Sounds good. Yeah, it makes sense, but you hate it. Exactly. Can't believe Chem just goes around pooping in other people's streams. How rude. That's how our boy PC says it, though. Yeah, he also says Decadooey, which cracks me up. I think I've told the story before. I was watching him for a while, and I kept hearing him refer to Decadooey, but it would always be in conversation, not with a Pokemon that was on his team, or even in the game that he was playing, but he'd be talking about Decadooey, and I was so confused for so long until finally one day it just clicked. You hate that one? I love Decadooey. Government took its mandated... Your network took its government-mandated break? Uh-oh. What's up, Hassan? Good to see ya. Hope everyone had a good Thanksgiving dinner. I certainly did. I made sandwiches and they were delicious. You slept for 9 hours. Oh my goodness gracious. That is a long time to sleep. Oh, you know what? We were talking about Thanksgiving traditions yesterday, and it turned out to be kind of serendipitous. I was talking about how in my family, one of our Thanksgiving traditions we had was after Thanksgiving dinner, we'd all sit in the living room and watch National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, and that marked our official beginning of the Christmas season. So yesterday, I'm eating my food and everything, and I'd taken my nap and everything, and I see that one of the reaction channels that I subscribe to, and I have a Patreon account with, that they posted their uncut reaction to National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation yesterday. And I was like, oh, this is perfect. So I actually fired it up and watched it with them. So we talked about it yesterday, and then serendipitously, I just happened to watch National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation yesterday on Thanksgiving. Slowpoke, thank you for the poop. I don't like how foggy it gets here on this day's evening. It's not every day during the evening, but it's on this particular day that the save file's on. Very welcome. You're very polite, Slowpoke. I've noticed this about you. You have good manners. Should you go to Starbucks? What do you need to get at Starbucks that you don't have at home? You're saying, ZA, you were like asking for a Shop Star, maybe too much, but you can get a normal shiny star, preferably Squirtle, Trundle, or Charmander. Want to take a while, guess what happened? Did you get all three? Coffee what? Oh yeah, I mean if it's for coffee, then totally go. Slowpoke is so smart and funny. He is. Stupid shiny pear, like literally right after saying that? Oh my gosh. Who here likes pears? I like pears. Pears are probably one of my favorite fruits. I rarely get to eat them, but I enjoy pears. They're like an apple, but softer and sweeter. Gina likes pears. Always the stars that you already have lines of, right? Exactly. Exactly. That's why I'm doing this hunt, because I've gotten all the starters except for these two dang lines. I've gotten like 8 Totodile, and like 6 Chikorita, and 5 Squirtle, and probably 5 or 6 Bulbasaur. But prior to setting up this hunt, I got 1 Charmander and 0 Tepig. You haven't seen a shiny Totodile since you got the charm? Oh my goodness gracious. You like pairs as well, and you're so sick of Dragalge and Malamar. I don't understand how I still don't have a Shalfa Dragalge. Because I've seen like a billion Dragalge and Malamar, but I still don't have a Shalfa. Forgot to like, what the heck? Alright, let's check it real quick. Nothing, no luck, not a single dang thing. What even the heck is that? Thank you all for hanging out here. Keeping me company. Thank you for the 32 likes. And we've actually beat the number of views from yesterday. Yesterday was a slow stream. I was expecting it to be a slow stream, so I wasn't disappointed about it. I was expecting to be slow for 2 things. 1, a major US holiday, and 2, not my typical streaming time and day. But I think we're almost double the number of views on this stream as yesterday, which is pretty awesome. You never forget sometimes? I also sometimes never forget. What's our 3rd spawn here? Ah, dang, no shinies. Oh, Chandelure! I need Chandelure as well. So that's 15. Oh my, Farming for just curious. I am looking for shiny Charmander and Tepig. So the way this game works, and I know you don't have it yet, Rebel Chick, is unlike previous games, if something shines, it will stay there. Now, there's always a few exceptions, but for the most part, if you get a shiny, it will stay there until you catch it or knock it out. You can't like despawn it. You can't, you know. You can't screw it up. So what I'm doing right now is I'm running back and forth to despawn everything and then getting close enough to respawn, because in the distance, see, there's a Tepig and there's a Charmander. So I'm just running back and forth, despawning and respawning until one of them shows up shiny. If you don't know that and you're just like kind of watching what I'm doing, you'd probably think that I'm trying to do something related to Hippowdon or Lucario. But no, it's just these 2 fire starters that are way far in the background that you can barely see. Can't remove the Hippo mat. Yeah, it's annoying. I remember yesterday, yesterday when I was doing this, I somehow managed to set it up so that every time I reset the game, that spawn would be in a different place, a different Pokemon. It wasn't always Hippowdon in that one area. And I can't remember what I did yesterday that was different from today. Try the. I'll probably end up soft resetting the Litwick. To be fair, I think because I was even like go barfing for Larvitar for a while this morning, and I ended up just setting up a reset hunt. I think I'm gonna do the same thing with Litwick. So yeah, we did this yesterday, and we did manage to get a shiny Tepig, which is pretty awesome. I need 2 more Tepig, I need 2 more Charmanders. Just pulled the special Mega Altari EX. Nice! Congratulations, Hassan. With the black and rainbow border, that's so cool. Well, we have continued our streak of getting a shiny on every stream, at the very least. We did get that shiny Doublade, which is now an Aegislash. Cheese Owl. Cheese Hoot. Wedgebird. Do we have any Shalfa Charmander Tepig yet? Do you mean the Royal Wii? How do the zones work? You got basic tickets and so forth, but the progress is same as Legends. So, as you play through the story in this game, and I'm not gonna lie to you, the first few hours are pretty rough. It's very, very handholdy, Rebel Chick. Very handholdy, a lot of cutscenes, not a lot of exploration available. I'm not gonna lie to you, the first probably 4 hours is pretty rough. But as you play through the game, different sections on the map become what are called wild zones. So like obviously like the first one you'll get is down here. And then inside that wild zone, there will be, you know, a bunch of Pokemon that you can hunt for. And as you keep going through, you'll end up unlocking more and more wild zones. So you hit a total of the 20th, which will be available after you beat the game. So there's 19 pre-game and then 1 post-game. And so that's how you that's how you get it. So in a certain aspect, it's similar to Legends in that as you play through the storyline, you unlocked like, you know, Crimson Mirelands and Alabaster Icelands and yada yada. It's just more but smaller areas. Hassan, I will be streaming tomorrow and Sunday regular time. Big Owl. Rowlet said Dartrix are racing be Big Owl. Big Owl on the roof. Said Big Owl on the roof. You're in a predicament. Currently reading Genesis 1, but I've run out of areas to make notes. Don't know what to do. Get some paper. Get a notepad. Big Owl is your favorite TCG pocket card to use? I haven't used that one. You know what's funny, Slowpoke, is I think I have one deck that I feel like I genuinely put some thought into, and it's my grass deck. And it doesn't even have the Rowlet line in it. It's got Celebi, it's got Venusaur, and it's got Serperior. I like the Serperior ability that doubles the value of the grass energy. And then I just decimate everything between Celebi and the Venusaur. Then you won't, then it won't be in your Bible and you lose it. I don't know what to tell you, man. Buy another Bible, I guess. Will they mark what Pokemon are where? Yeah, and that will unlock as you continue to catch. So like you'll show up to a wild zone for the first time, there will be a whole bunch of question marks. And then you just gotta go around and catch Pokemon until it fills in all the question marks. Celebi is also fun, be like sniping things on the bench. Yeah, that is pretty sweet. I need to seriously put some thought into my other decks though. Because that one I have a pretty much, I don't want to say 100% win rate, but I'll say 80% win rate. The other decks, it's hit or miss. Because I don't really have any strategy to them. Like my water deck is not good. And so like whenever I'm facing like fire decks, I'm just like, hopefully I'll win. Yeah, sticky notes, that's a good call. Because they can stick to the pages. My electric deck is alright. I wouldn't say it has strategy, but it's pretty solid. I'm getting really hungry. So these your first electric deck with the OG Pikachu? Nice. I have to update. Yeah, see, that's the thing, Gina. I never update my decks. Whenever that Serperior card came out, that was the last time I updated the deck. I'm like kind of at a standstill with the new solo battles. I think it's the second advanced solo battle, the one with the Blaziken deck. I can't beat it. Yeah, I'm not saying my decks are bad. I'm just saying like they were just like hastily put together. There's no like actual strategy behind them. How many deck slots are there? Because yeah, that mega Blaziken EX card is destroying my stuff. Oh, 20. Okay, 20 slots. Because it does like, I think it does 120 damage plus it burns. And I just can't. And like the requirements are fairly low. I want to say it's like, I think it might be 3 energy. And I just can't build up like my Gyarados fast enough to take it out before it hits me twice. One deck for each type and then 2 sandboxes where you try new things. That's smart. You're so smart. Oh, 25 decks now. Okay. Yeah, I guess for someone that really specializes in making custom decks, that would still not be a lot. Come on, Shiny, keep on rolling. You just buy your decks? At the very beginning, I used the rental decks. I don't think I've used one of the pre-made decks in a very long time. Use a website which gives you the best modern deck for Gardevoir? You know what? I never thought about that. I should start looking at like websites and get recommendations for decks. You want to be able to have 2 versions of your decks, one with EX, one without? Just for funsies every so often? Yeah, I haven't used them in a long time. What I don't like about them is that they're limited time, right? You can only use them for a certain number of battles. And as a collector, I'm like, well, I don't want to use it up so much that it's gone. Why do I have to have it? I don't, but I need to. I remember when I noticed that. It's like, oh, you can use this rental deck up to, what is it, 5 or 10 times before it disappears. And I was like, oh, well, then I'm never using that again. Dumb. It is dumb. It's also dumb that I feel like I need to hold on to it like it's ever going to do me any good. I could literally recreate that deck using my cards, and then it won't matter if I have that rental deck or not. But because I do have the rental deck, I don't want to lose the rental deck. I'm insane. What's going on, Draconify? Good to see ya. Happy Black Friday. You like building your own decks mostly because you get joy out of it when it works. I would imagine that's a good feeling. I did have a great Thanksgiving. Thank you very much. I hope you did too. I'm not even seeing the spawns now. It's too foggy. Okay, yep, they're still there. Oh, now the Hippowdon's coming after me. What was everyone's favorite thing that they ate yesterday? And even if you didn't celebrate Thanksgiving, that's okay. You can still let me know what your favorite thing was that you ate yesterday. For me, it was the turkey. I mean, the sandwiches were great, but I mean, specifically, it was the turkey. I had to eat my words. I had to admit and tell Shinies that his recommendation on how to cook the turkey was spot on fantastic. I usually give him a lot of grief about being such a food snob, and I'm not a very picky eater. But his recommendation on how to cook the turkey was pretty fantastic. Pumpkin pie. Yeah, I'm looking forward to eating some more pumpkin pie today. I ate one slice yesterday, but it was the tiniest slice. Like, I was still so full, but I needed to eat the pumpkin pie. I ended up getting a really tiny slice, and it was not satisfying. Oh, all right, we're gonna do one more day. One more day. This is the last day to look for the Charmander and Tepig. Look at that, Gina. We're using the same brain cell. Yeah, we're going to, because I'm starting to get really hungry. And I know this is not my typical stream time, and I know Chem's streaming, so this is gonna be the last day that we're gonna do these checks, and then we're gonna end stream. With more shopping. Uh-oh. Did you get some good shopping? What did you buy me? Dutch snacks and can't possibly translate. Fair enough. Can you give me an idea of like what sort of ingredients or flavors are included? No shopping, just perusing. Ah. I have a couple things in a cart on a website right now, and I'm trying to build up the courage to hit purchase. Gingerbread nuts. Okay. I think that's a good enough description. I can get an idea of what it is. Wait. Dang it, it tricked me. I thought that Charmander was shiny. I got so tricked. You love window shopping? I do too. The problem is that probably about 40% of the time window shopping turns into actual shopping. I'm almost out of Bean Boozled beans. I might have to go pick up another pack. I wonder if there's a Black Friday sale on Bean Boozled. Still no shiny. Dang! You and me both, brother. I hope you get the Larvitar, and I hope I get a shiny here, and I hope I get the Larvitar I've been looking for later on. How do you shiny hunt Orange Flabebe? Luke! You know what? You asked me that yesterday, and I did not do any research. I can't remember exactly where the Orange Flabebe spawns. I'm sorry, buddy. I hope you do find the answer, though. I'm just not aware of a 100% Orange Flabebe spawn area. Remember now. Well, it's good to see you again, though. Shuckalicious, I appreciate it, but no, you know how it is. I gotta get it on my own. I know you understand that. And also, Shuckalicious, blah blah, I can't talk. I cannot even say the name without screwing it up. Shuckalicious, I appreciate you still being here. Been to Amsterdam before? So have I. I went there on a school trip once. Shuckalicious is an excellent name. I just wish that my mouth could make the, like, shapes to pronounce it correctly. How long did I live in Germany? 3 years. From summer of 94 to summer of 97. I mean, that was the second time. The first time I lived there was 2 years from 81 to 83. But I don't remember that because I was too tiny of a baby. But yeah, so 3 years is when I remember 94 to 97. That was my freshman to junior year of high school. Did I live there the majority of my life? Oh no, 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 no. Do I miss it? It was fun. It was fun. I mean, it's not like we were immersed in the culture. We lived on an American Army base. Now, just outside of the Army base was a nice, German town with a German downtown and everything. But, especially at that age, you and a lot of your friends would, stay on the base for a lot of stuff. But we would head out and have fun, like, in the German town, go shopping and stuff on occasion. I miss it in the sense that when I was there, I was a typical teenager with typical teenager, main character syndrome, I guess the kids are calling it nowadays. And I didn't really appreciate a lot. I was able to see a lot of things. Like my parents and I would go on a lot of like weekend trips and stuff and go all over Europe. But the whole time I'm just like, this is stupid. I want to hang out with my friends. I don't want to go check out all these places in Italy or France or Spain. And so I remember the experiences, and it's kind of like when I think about those memories, I'm just like, you idiot. You should have appreciated this more when you had the chance. So I guess that's more what I miss than anything else. So I like bratwurst? Oh yeah, absolutely. And schnitzel. I ate a lot of schnitzel over there. Ruth, what's going on? Good to see you. Let's see, I was born in Georgia, and then we moved to Germany. And then when we moved back, we lived in Maryland, and then Virginia, and then Massachusetts, and then Kansas, and then Colorado, and then back to Germany, and then Pennsylvania. And that's when I graduated from high school, was in Pennsylvania. Then my parents moved to Virginia, and then they moved to Georgia, and then back to Virginia. And then, wait, did they move back to Virginia? Yeah, they did move back to Virginia. And then they retired and built a house in South Carolina. Yeah, the longest I ever lived in one house growing up, the longest I ever lived in one house was 3 years. The longest I ever lived in one area was 4 years. So we were in Colorado from 1990 to 1994. And no, not Yeah, 90 to 94. And we rented a house for the first year, and then we bought a house for the other 3 years. Can we trade? I'll tell you what, Ruth. You stick around until the day turns to night and I reset the game. I will do a trade with you. Here I am, rock you like a hefty 517. I love it. I wish you would stayed abroad in college. You were trying to go to Hong Kong, but got scared when people were told you what the dorms were like. I'm not sure if I would ever study abroad. I don't think I would have been comfortable with that. Like, my family living abroad, that was different, right? I'm kind of with you, Gina. I don't think I could have done studying abroad. I'm Pitbull? I don't know what that means. I mean, I'm aware of who Pitbull is, but I'm not seeing what the correlation is. Welcome back, Max. So yeah, we're going to finish up this day, and then I'm going to do a trade with Ruth. And then that's going to be the end of the stream. But we are going to be raiding another stream. Someone else that's doing shiny hunting. So make sure you stick around. Plan a trip for next year with friends to South Korea. That's pretty cool. My dad's been to South Korea a couple times back when he was in the army. I've never been. I'd like to check out South Korea. I'd like to check out Japan. I'd like to check out Australia. I'd like to check out Scotland. And I'd like to spend more time in the UK, like specifically England, than I have. And we're getting the rest of Zone 20 Shoppas by Gen 11 with your luck. Oh, it'll happen. It'll happen. Just keep going, Christopher. Just remember, and this goes for everybody, if you're hunting for Zone 20 Alphas, eventually you'll get to a point where it'll be more likely you're going to get a dupe than something new. That's just how numbers work. So after you get 33, after you get 33 of the 67, every time it'll be more likely you'll get a dupe than a not dupe. 5 girls come, including you, but when it's time to start paying for stuff, we'll see how many girls actually get on the plane. Yeah, I get that. You're hunting for a shiny Slowpoke? I hope you get it. It's a beautiful shiny. Actually, the whole line is beautiful now. Now that Slowpoke and Slowking got revised shinies in this game, the whole line looks fantastic. Alright, we've entered the Canada wildfire weather in this game. Not even 3-3 and getting a ton of dupes already? Ah, that stinks, man. Hopefully that means you'll get some luck after you hit 33 and get a bunch of new ones in a row. Slowpoke luck, that's right. I had a period, I think it was Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, had the game running in Zone 20 overnight and while I was at work. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, not a single new Shalfa, all dupes. And then Wednesday, I came home to a shiny Machamp, which was pretty cool. Earlier, you got a shiny outfit and froze from Zone 16. Shiny outfit and froze from Zone 16. A shiny Froakie and... Ampharos. Ampharos and Froakie, that's awesome. Great shinies. I am so hungry. Okay, final question on the sandwich that I'm going to make for lunch. The final question on the leftover Thanksgiving sandwich. Let me know if you think I should or should not heat up the turkey. I feel like this is somewhat of a divisive question on whether you reheat the turkey or you just take it right out of the fridge and throw it on the sandwich. All right, Christopher and Gina and John all say heat it up. Okay, well, that answers that. Loop says cold. Jerry says eat it up. I will eat it up. And I think I'm going to do 2 sandwiches. One sandwich I'm going to do stuffing, lettuce, tomato, turkey. The other sandwich I'm going to do stuffing, tomato, turkey, lettuce. And we'll see which way works better. But no, I was going to heat up the turkey anyway. I was just curious what you guys thought. Particularly because I'm going to heat up the stuffing. I'm not going to have cold stuffing. So I figure if I'm going to heat up the stuffing, I might as well heat up the turkey. But I've certainly had cold turkey sandwiches. What is stuffing exactly? Slowpoke. Here's the best way I can do it. Get on Google right now and look up stovetop stuffing mix. It's basically cooked breadcrumbs that have been like rehydrated, and then it'll have bits of vegetables and meat in there. 13-year chaos. I do not actually. You know what? Hold on. Hold on, 13-year chaos. Probably not. I had a shiny Onyx in Zone 14 that I hadn't caught yet. It might be despawned by now. Let me check. If it's not despawned, I will give it to you. Let me reset. And we'll go check it out. It's probably despawned, but we'll check. Looks pretty good. It is pretty good. And then, Ruth, are you still here? All right, Ruth, get ready. We're going to do a trade here in a minute. Yeah, it did despawn, unfortunately. So, unfortunately, I don't have an extra shiny Onyx to trade to you, 13-year chaos. All right, link play. Whoops, dang it. Everyone do their ranked battles. I got to rank S in 3 battles. Yeah, you can pick a shiny. In fact, I'm gonna go ahead and clear this out before I forget. All right, so this. So let's get rid of these. Okay. And I was just getting rid of the Pokemon that were not shiny. Matt Prokopek, what's going on, buddy? Good to see you. Happy Black Friday. Did you have a nice Thanksgiving? All right, Ruth, come on in. Shiny Kadabra. Well, I don't have a shiny Kadabra. I do have a shiny Abra that you can have. And then you can just level it up and evolve it. So yeah, Ruth and 13-year chaos, if you want to jump in here and get a free shiny, feel free. All right, Casper, is that Aunt Marie? I want to say that's Anne Marie. Oh, you're Casper. Okay. You know what, Ruth? I know someone else that usually goes by the name Casper. All right, so anything on here, Ruth, is for you. Top two rows are alphas. This bottom row, not alphas, but shiny. So let me know what you would like. Your name's Fire? Nice. It's a good name. Anne-Marie is Anne-Marie. I think one of the older games, Anne-Marie's name was Kirby, or was Casper, and that's what threw me off. But you're right, Gina. Her name in this game is Anne-Marie, but I'm pretty sure maybe it was Sword or Shield. Anne-Marie's name was Casper. Thank you, Gina. Thank you for making me feel stupid. So yeah, Ruth, just let me know which one you want. You can have one, Ruth. You can have one. We're not going to be getting greedy here, guys. That's right. Casper did pass away. That's right. Yep. Yeah, each of you, 13-year Chaos, and Ruth, each of you can have one shiny. So let me know which one shiny you want. Leader Anonymous, what's going on? Good to see you. Barbarical, you got it. 13-year Chaos, if you want the Kadabra, I will trade you the Abra, and then you can just evolve it. There's no reason why you can't just evolve it on your end. No, Kadabra to Alakazam is a trade evolution. Abra to Kadabra is not. All right, looks like we got disconnected there, Ruth. Oh, I see what you're saying. So you want me to evolve Abra to Kadabra and then save the Kadabra so that evolves an Alakazam. Yeah, we can do that. We can do that, fine. Well, I don't know. You kept saying you wanted Kadabra, you want Kadabra, you want Kadabra. You didn't say you wanted Alakazam. Ruth, you rejoining? No worries. No worries, Chaos. Okay. Well, now Chaos, you're in here, so I can't send you a Kadabra right now. Okay, Ruth, let's try this again. Okay. There's Ruth. All right, Barbarical. Here you go. All right, stick around though, guys. We will be going on a little raid here momentarily. Thank you all for the 35 likes. Cito, what's going on? Good to see you. All right, let me evolve this Abra, and then we'll, do the thing. And then I'm going to make some sandwiches and get back on my Larvitar hunt. You're confused. What are you confused about, leader? All right, Chaos, you ready? Chaos/fire. Confusion is the key to life, says the Slowpoke. Leader, you can be in both, and also I'm going to be ending here in just a minute. Alright, thank you for the shiny Litleo. Enjoy the shiny Alakazam. Thanks for today. Jerry, thank you for today. Thanks, brothers. Huge help. No worries. 13-year chaos. Glad to help out. You messed up bad on Pokemon ZA. Uh-oh. What'd you do? You live in a state of confusion. I thought you lived in Illinois. My day was good. Streamed in the morning, then cooked up some turkey, made some turkey sandwiches, took a nap, watched National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. Pretty successful day. You sold your sachets? Uh-oh, that's not good. Illinois is confusion. Ah, gotcha. All right, guys, that's going to end it, though. Thank you all so much for being here on a special Friday edition of the Hefty Stream. Thank you to Kiro for the $20, Amber for the 35 months, Gina for the $1.99, and Silver Fox for the 18 months. Appreciate you all. Also got a whole bunch of jewels earlier from Razzie, so thank you for that. But we are going to, I know we are going to go on a raid, so don't go anywhere. Stick around. We'll be auto-forwarded. If you've never been on a Hefty raid before, here's what you do. When we get over there, do two things. One, you hit that like button. That's the easiest, possibly cheapest way to support other streamers, and that's why we do this, to support other streamers. And two, put in the chat hashtag HeftyHype, just like John Streckert did, and post it once and only once. Why once? Because we are not spammers. That's not who we are. That's not what we do. I'm so out of practice with this. Excuse me. That's Subcount 1 at 2256. Thank you very much. And Maddie P, thank you so much for the 35 months of membership. But we're going to head out now. Take care, everyone. Be good. Do something nice for someone today just because it's the right thing to do. And we will see you tomorrow. Take care and bye-bye.